So we're here inside the new ST. It's, I guess in a way it's kind of as you expect really. It's well made, it's solid, everything you touch in here feels like it should be here. Everything's positioned where I think you'd expect it, to be honest. You've obviously got your centre gauges, which includes a turbo, which is a nice little feature. There's lots of ST-esque detail in here, from the solid metal at the bottom of the steering wheel, obviously the Recaro ST seats, which have been specially made, and it's a nice feeling car. You know, these seats are just so hugging, to be honest. As you know, we've been taking it around the track and you don't move an inch. In terms of the styling, as always, it comes down to personal preference, but we and most people that I speak to seem to love it. It's quite understated aggressive. It's, you know, it's not really out there and in your face, but equally it's got some very interesting lines, very strong lines. This particular model's got the performance pack, which means that it's got a darker set of alloys, kind of like a grey, I guess. It's not quite black, and the red calipers, which just sets off the whole car. Colour wise, you've got the blue, the red, you've got scorching orange, which is kind of the model colour for this particular 2012. You've got white, they're bringing out a silver as well, and obviously black. In terms of the technology, everything is pretty much as you would expect. There's nothing groundbreaking here, if I'm honest. We've got no touch screen again, but assuming you want to put the options on, there's nothing you can't really have. Upgraded stereo from Sony or satellite navigation. You obviously got all the safety features. You can get the driver assist pack from Ford, which will include rear camera, rear parking sensors. It will parallel park itself, which is just brilliant. It will monitor the lanes to ensure you're keeping in the lanes, and monitor the car in front in terms of how far you are away. So I guess in a way you take it for granted now. You know that the Focus has had it on for just over a year, but you know it's still pretty much leading technology in the class. There just isn't, you know, I love gadgets. There isn't a gadget in here where I think, wow, that's just, you know, brilliant. But it has got everything that you would expect and more. When it comes to driving, I think it's pretty much as you'd expect. No, it exceeds what you expect. It's nimble, it's obviously quick, it's actually quite economical. You're getting at 37 to 39 miles per gallon. It's the 2 litre EcoBoost engine, it's got a turbo on it, and I think the sound is slightly, I'd say synthetic, but placed there onto the cylinders. But you know, it's still, you know, when you want it to go, it still goes. It sounds, you know, you can easily hear it and you can see what it does. It's by no means brash, it's by no means really bold, but you know, in terms of the driving experience, it's really there. Throwing it around the corners, or whether you're just doing motorway driving, it just seems to work. It's comfortable. Recaro seats are going to hug you in all day. You're never ever going to feel like you're slipping around or doing anything like that. It's just a nice car to drive, and it feels like a premium Ford and a Ford ST. The heritage is still here. So there we have it, the new 2012 Focus ST on the road now.